Math. This week, we are going to focus on a topic that we just learned about a couple weeks back, and that's graphing or charting. So, a few weeks ago, we learned how to read a pie chart and how to read a bar chart. So, we talked about in a pie chart, um, what the pieces of the pie mean, in that basically those pieces of pie are a fraction, and we worked very quickly on how to figure out what type of fraction or what size of a fraction the different pieces of the pie were. Remember, what we learned with a pie chart was is that the bigger the piece, the smaller the denominator, which is that bottom number. So if I'm talking about one half, if I have, for example, if I have this mask and I'm talking about just half of it, okay, my fraction would be 1 over 2. 2 is a really small number. Now, if I'm talking about this mask and I'm talking about a quarter of it, so maybe I'm just folding that part, that'd be 1 over 4. And you can see the piece that I folded here, that's a lot smaller than if I'm talking about half. Right? So that's a pie chart. We're going to learn how to make pie charts. As far as a bar chart goes, and like I told you, I think bar charts or bar graphs, they're my favorite type of chart or graph to make. I think they're just a lot easier to make, and they're a lot easier to read and to see um, how things are working. So my example to that would be our friend Annie. Everybody should know by now that Annie uh, makes things to sell, or just really to practice her sewing or cooking skills. So I mentioned to you guys a few weeks ago that Annie likes to make jelly and that she likes to sell it at little markets, whether that's in her front yard or she actually goes to farmer markets or some kind of yard sale type thing. For Annie, being that she is a baker and a canner is somebody who makes jellies and jams and puts them in jars. If Annie really wants to make this a business, she needs to know exactly what type of jelly or jam people like the most. And a good way to do that is to do a bar chart. So Annie would sell her jars of jelly and jam, and then she would write down, let's say blueberry. She would write how many jars of blueberry jam she sold, or how many jars of apple butter she might have sold. And then she could make that into a bar chart so that she can do a really quick look and say, well, you know what? When I sold this stuff in May, a lot of people really wanted the apple butter, because she could look at her bar chart and see that her bar for apple butter maybe was here, her jar or her bar for blueberry jelly was maybe only here. Right? So being able to actually put your information into a chart will make it very easy for you to see what it is that you need to do more of or make more of. So that will be the focus of this week's lessons. When you show up to class, if you're virtual, please make sure you come with paper and a pencil, maybe colored pencils, crayons, something so that you can color in, or even highlighters, something that you can color in your bars. Just make it a little easier for you to see. If all you have is pencil and paper, that'll do, and that's really what we need for sure. So make sure Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, you are in our Zoom at 9:30. Wednesday, we will have something on Teams that you will be working on independently. Any issues, questions, problems, concerns, let me know. Otherwise, let's get to graphing.